Good morning, Nick. This is your machine, the Breville Oracle BES980. The machine is in really good condition in and out. Cosmetically, it's not very worn out at all. I would give it an 8 out of 10. So not many dents or scratches actually. Internally, I would give it a 10 out of 10. It's fully refurbished. It had a major service with a few components, so it works like new. And in this video I'll be making a coffee to demonstrate that. So when you first turn on the machine, usually it takes about 5 minutes from cold to reach temperature, but there's a program in the machine that allows you to tell the machine to wake up in the morning for you. So if you wake up at 7:30, you can tell the machine to wake up at 7:15, and by the time you're awake, the machine is nice and hot. So yeah, you need the machine to be nice and hot to use it. You can either wait 10 or 20 minutes for the components to warm up, or you can run a blank shot to warm things up. Reason being, you want your machine to be nice and hot for all the components to be hot and not suck any heat out of your shot. Otherwise, if you use the machine when the portafilter is cold, your cup is cold, what will happen is your coffee will come out cold and sour. So I recommend to people to run a blank shot every morning. It'll also clean the machine, so the blank shot will flush any dirt or coffee grounds or oils in the group head. And you can do the single or double button, it's really up to you. Let's do the single. Make sure to put your cup underneath so that you don't let that hot water go to waste. Fantastic. So I'm going to put that on the side. And then I'm going to take out the portafilter so that we can grind the coffee. So this being a fully automatic coffee, it'll handle the grinding, dosing, distributing and tamping all automatically. These four would usually take about 1 to 2 minutes. If you do them manually, it'll do all of it automatically with pretty much no work at all. So you want the portafilter to be bone dry before you grind, otherwise the coffee will clump. I'm measuring the coffee dose for you, so I'm using a scale to measure the input into the basket and the output out of the spouts. You don't have to measure or be sort of particular about your dosing. I'm just measuring to give you an idea of what this machine gives you. So I believe it'll give me about 19 grams in the double basket. I'm going to turn it to the right. Yeah, so that's about it. Take out the portafilter. Sometimes you'll have loose coffee around here, so just flip it upside down to get rid of those. Wipe the edges, and that's it. As you see, it's a very nicely tamped bed of coffee. It's consistent and even all throughout, and that's 18.5 grams. 18.5 grams. So pretty good. That's the standard dose of coffee, 18 for a double. You can increase that if you wanted to. I think there's a mechanism that allows you to increase it, but 18 is sort of standard, so I'll keep it there for you. Lock the portafilter sort of halfway, maybe a bit further to the right, so it's sort of at 5:30 o'clock now. You can say 6 o'clock. It's not going to come off at 6 o'clock, but if you only put it here and then make coffee, it might just slide off. So make sure you put it at least in the middle position. Right, so that was the input, 18 grams. Now we'll make a coffee and measure the output and see how the coffee turns out. The only part that you change on this machine is the grind size. So the grind size at the moment is at number 15. It's here, and you can change it on this dial. If my coffee comes out too quickly, I would think it's because of the grind size. So a finer grind size will slow the coffee down. A larger grind size will make it go quicker. The machine also has a hot water spout. Obviously for long black coffees. You can use it for, I don't know, tea bags and warming your cups. And this dial is for the long black function. I've never used it. Oh, I usually don't use it because I drink mostly lattes. But it's nice because you know you don't have to move the cup around. You just select the length and strength of the coffee, and it'll handle everything. So it'll give you the hot water and then the coffee. Okay, so now I've got my cup ready. You know, you can add sugar or syrups. You can do that before. This shot is dispensed so that as the shot comes down, it's mixed nicely with the espresso, with the flavors. So I've got a bit of sugar. I'm gonna mix it up. I've reset my scale, and now we'll do a double shot of coffee. So hopefully we'll be getting the correct amount of coffee. You know, these machines dispense by time. So as you saw, the single was going for 25 seconds. The double will go for 30 seconds. Those are adjustable in the menu, very easy to change. But that's the standard. So in 30 seconds for the double, I'm hoping to get double of what I put in. So I put in 18 grams. I want to get 35-40 grams approximately. So 35-40 grams of liquid coffee coming out of the portafilter in those 30 seconds. Also, this being a dual boiler, obviously I could make coffee and steam at the same time, but for the sake of the video, I'll be doing them separately so that we can sort of see what's going on. Coffee coming out a bit too quick. I'll stop it there. So that was about 20 seconds, so 18 seconds. This is how much we got. I think this will be the correct amount of coffee. That's 42 grams, so not too bad. But it was a bit too quick. Ideally, we should be getting this amount in 30 seconds, not 20. So it's a bit too quick. Reasons for your coffee being too quick are maybe your grind size is too large, your coffee is not fresh enough, or something is like there's a disruption in the coffee surface. I think it's the beans. I've had them for about a month now. Ideally, you should be using freshly roasted beans. Yeah. So we're gonna knock out the coffee. And then you want to rinse the portafilter, so just press the shot button and give it a rinse. This will also clean your shower screen, which is very nice. Okay. The shot part is done. Now let's do the steaming. So I've got my stainless steel jug. Your machine comes with a jug, obviously. So I've got the jug halfway full of cold milk. I'm using full cream milk. I've got the froth setting to the maximum, all the way up to cappuccino, temperature at 60 degrees Celsius. I might add a bit of water. It's nearing, so we're going empty on the water tank, so we don't want the machine to stop on us. Right, just press down for automatic, or you can press up to use the steaming wand in its manual mode. Sorry about that, apparently my phone ran out of storage. So anyway, the milk frothing is done. I'm going to take this out. What happens is the wand has a cleaning function, so when you push it down it'll pulse steam 5 times to clean. So that cleans the insides of the wand, but you also obviously want to clean the outside of the wand. So grab a wet towel. This is very important. Because obviously the wand gets really hot, so you want to wipe it straight away. Should clean all sides and the bottom part. And it doesn't hurt to do a manual purge as well. Very nice. In case you were wondering, even if you use the machine on manual mode, it'll purge the wand after use. So, very smart in that regard. Yeah, we've got a good amount of frothing here on the cappuccino setting. Let's show you here. I'm gonna sort of mix it up just to mix up the flavors and the crema. That's what I'm used to doing. Grab the jug, knock it on the counter a few times to break any air bubbles. There's not many air bubbles, but I just do it anyway. Swirl it around to mix it up. Yeah, that's all done. It's a good amount of foam there. I'll show you the final result. Nothing fancy. I haven't done any latte art today, but that's the cappuccino. Sorry, that's a latte. You can call that cappuccino with the amount of foam that it's got. It's a lot of foam. I guess over time, with more practice, you can do latte art, things like that. Maybe even on manual. Sorry about that. My alarm went off. Keeps getting interrupted. Yeah, you can do latte art on this machine with a bit of practice on the manual mode, automatic mode, maybe if you get things right. But yeah, that's the coffee. I'm sure you can do much better coffees. I'm sure you'll enjoy the machine, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Cheers.